Building Blocks.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Building Blocks. My name is Anna He.
And I'm Fuljens Henry. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday. Today, we're going to be talking about different types of hosting platforms for podcasts or video podcasts. We're going to showcase, about 3 or 4.
Yeah, like the 3 or 4 that we thought was a good fit for us that we'd like to share with you all. And
yes, because as you know, we don't have a podcast. So we are going to all be learning at the same time, which is, I think, is super awesome that we're doing that. So we are checking those 4 platforms that we looked at, and we will see what you think about.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
So thank you for being here, everyone. Here we have the amazing Paul.
Hello. Oh, well, viewer name wants to say hello first.
Hello, viewer name. What's going on?
Hello. Paul. Mr. Roth, hello. Good to see you here.
Dan.
George Canellis, hello.
The George Canellis.
Okay, so Nintendo Legal is here, so that means we can do... It's safe.
Okay. That was longer. That was longer than the usual. Gotcha. Just for you, I guess.
I think Nintendo Legal says we're allowed up to 4, so I think there's 4 now. So.
All right. Now that we got that out of the way.
We have Kenyatta tuning in.
Hello.
I don't recall that being in a licensing agreement.
Hello, Backyard Smoke Master Barbecue.
Which is Kenyatta. Good to see you.
I like to say the entire
say hello twice.
name. The entire name. Because, right? Barbecue. So, everyone, we're going to be talking about platforms, right? Video podcasting and podcasting platforms. And we're going to be showcasing them and see some features and benefits and pros and cons of some of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's get started, right?
Definitely. So, we should also first go into like some things to consider when selecting a podcasting platform, right? So, for example, the first thing is the specific requirements of your podcast, such as if you need to do video podcasting, which we need to do video podcasting. Some platforms allow you to do live. You could actually do a live podcast,
which is great because you'll be able to interact both in audio or video with your viewers,
right? Which
is something that for radio it was only like calling in, right?
Exactly. And of course, there is the traditional sites that just do audio only. Yes.
And one of the things that we suggest you do, and this is something that we're doing, is that you write down the list of what it is that you want on your podcast, for example, right? So if you want your podcast to be video podcast, or if you want it to just be audio at the same time, what are your goals with your podcast?
Yes.
Are you going to monetize your podcast? Are you going to just be using it to build communities? Right. Are you going to use it for marketing purposes? Things like that. You've read it on your list because certain platforms will be better than others at specific things.
Right.
So knowing where your goals are for your podcast or video podcast is really important when selecting a platform.
Right. And also if you are a data hog.
Right.
There are some platforms that have more advanced analytics than others. So that's something that you want to look into as well.
Yeah. And I do 100% believe that we should all be data analysts for our own purposes, right? Because that's what shows what is working and what is not working.
Yeah.
And what we should be putting more effort towards, right? Specific topics, time of the day, things like that when you were trying to figure it out, what works best for your audience, right? So I'm an analytics geek. I love analytics.
Definitely. Definitely. And the ones that we're selecting or looking into, they do have pretty good analytics and user interfaces and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Let's go with the platforms.
The first one we're going to look into is Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout is user friendly. It has great analytics, as we mentioned before. It has a directory integration, and it's ideal for beginners. We're beginners, so
It's something to consider.
Is looking really good for us. So
yeah, and it has a free version, and it also has a 12 months. I mean $12 up and up depending on what you're looking for, and it only hosts audio podcasts. Right. And then something important that is like your content is your content. So it will remain your content. And that's that. So that's something to keep in mind if you are going to do either podcast or audio podcast. Right.
Definitely.
Because I wonder, for example, right, you choose this platform, Buzzsprout, because it's easy, it's user friendly for beginners, and it makes it simple. The interface is very user friendly. But then if later on you say, you know what, I actually want to do video podcasts, which we always suggest video first, right? Because you already have. I wonder if you will have to upload everything again, or like if they allow you to do something, or do you have to that's something that we should look into for you guys, right? So yeah, that's something to think about. You see?
Definitely. So let's take a look at. So right now, what we have is we've I guess signed up. Right, there are 3 out of the 4 platforms that we have here. We were able to
screen share?
We're going to screen share. We're able to just sign up, no credit card required. Buzzsprout is one of them, so we're able to create our account. And so check out the user interface. Right, I really like this Buzzsprout user interface right here. So the podcast is going to be officially unofficial.
Hey.
And then see, and also it's the little things, right? Because next week we'll go into podcasting graphics and whatnot, right? So when creating the Buzzsprout account, it was so easy to just basically take your 16:9 photo and just upload it directly, and then just basically formatted it, and boom, it was very hassle-free. I didn't have to resize it. I didn't have to downsize it. I didn't have to crop it. I'm like, wow. And creating other accounts made me appreciate the process of creating the Buzzsprout account, right? So this is where we're going to be able to upload. Actually, let's just click on upload new episode and see what it looks like, right? All right, so you basically drag and drop. And then now we're starting to see AI features, co-host AI. I was like, ooh, that's a co-host AI. What is that? So we're going to look into that. And then magic mastering and all that stuff. So it has a lot of goodies, right? So let's go one by one to what players does.
And the cool thing about these things is that it allows you to embed it on your website.
Yeah. So this is what the players tab does. And then you have the different interfaces here of how you want it. You can have it as a separate player for each episode, multiple episodes in one player. So that's pretty cool, right? And then you just basically copy and paste the code into your website.
And this is something that makes you look, for example, if you add it to your website, it makes you look so professional just by the fact that you have your audio embedded. Then you have your graphic to go with it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like Ecamm, right? So when you produce something with Ecamm, you already look so professional because of the way it looks.
Yeah.
So having a podcast and having the graphic in it, it's like, yes, visit my website. My latest podcast is there. And it's something, it makes you feel good.
Definitely. You have it there on your website where everybody can just go and see. You don't got to be scouring anyway. Right? So let's continue this navigation. Let's go to website and see what that does. We're going through all these things for the first time because we just set up the account. We're just going to go through these things live. Your podcast website. Okay. Yeah, so this is where you set up the whole interface for basically the podcast website. This is what it looks like right now. Pretty cool, right? Nice and clean, minimalistic, and I know you like it. And I'm pretty sure this blue we could change into the
all you blue,
or the pinkish, the hot pink, or whatever the case might be, right? So that's going to be pretty cool. Social media links and all that good stuff here. Directories. Complete this checklist to get your podcast listed in podcast directories. Okay.
You have the monetization there. Let's see what options they offer.
Here it is. Accept payments and publish exclusive content. You can accept monthly payments from listeners, offer subscriber-only content, and engage with your audience beyond your podcast, available for paid accounts. Right now, we are on the free account. Podcast info. Okay, so this is basically where we updated the podcast description and whatnot, and basically upload the podcast artwork right here. There was nothing. Like, I just uploaded. It was 16:9. Did the reformatting, and then you have this design with Canva button right here also.
Amazing.
So it has a Canva integration, and right now there's different podcast categories. But right now it's just set to business because like a lot of them are very specific and it depends on what topics you want to cover for officially unofficial. But right now we're just on business as opposed to like business nonprofit. It might all the interviews might not necessarily be nonprofit, right? So might need some more thoughts, or we just keep it on the business or education or something like that. There's health as well and all that good stuff. And let's see. Stats, of course, we don't have that, but this is where we're going to be seeing our analytics. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like once we have something on here.
Yeah. So what do you guys think so far? What do you all think about this platform? Are you using, if you're already podcasting, what platform are you using? And let us know which one it is, and so that we can, maybe it is on the list that we are going to cover here too.
And then Paul, we see your Q colon. The answer is yes. We're going to get to that in a little bit. All right. So anything else for Buzzsprout? I like it. It's audio. So if we wanted to distribute our audio only there, it looks.
Yeah,
it looks
just because I like the interface, but just because I don't want to be doing something double the time, I don't know what's going to happen, and I know I want video. Because of that, it's not an option for me, right? So that's I would say.
Yeah,
I'll pass.
You're nixing it.
Yeah, until I mean, not until, because once I go into another platform, unless they come up with something really awesome and big, then I'll have to migrate. But those are the things that we have to think about, right?
Yeah.
We want to do things once, and we want to minimize the amount of effort that we put into after we build something. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
And then, by the way, we did some research on like which company owns which platform. So Buzzsprout is owned by Higher Pixels.
Okay, so Kenyatta went from.
Oh, hold on a second.
There we go. Oh, I was thinking
That's
from
okay.
you too.
okay.
He went from Buzzsprout to Hello Audio to Blueberry.
To
Okay, to
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
That's
to
actually
Blueberry.
the next one on
Yeah.
the list now.
So he said, I think he's going to take with Blueberry. Has audio, video, and live.
Yes.
Let's go there right now.
So Blueberry is owned by Raw Voice Inc. It integrates directly with your site. It's great for WordPress users. That's one of its big features is the WordPress integration. Plans start at $10 a month. Some say it might be tricky for others, although, if you're not like a WordPress user and whatnot. But they do also hold your content rights. What else?
Yeah, last time I heard, but I mean,
it's
it's a good thing that Kenyatta mentioned that. But last time I heard,
it was
audio
podcast.
podcast only.
Right.
But they did an upgrade. They just upgraded it today. Kenyatta, let us know. If you have already uploaded video, obviously,
which is pretty
that
good.
they accept it.
And
And
live, because
live.
it wasn't sure that they had live.
Yeah.
There's another one on the list that definitely specifies that, but let's take a look at Blueberry. Let's take a look. So this is it here. And I believe this is the main dashboard here. And let's go. Yep, this is the main dashboard. They have Add Show, where you can host a podcast, get the statistics here, and then there's a podcast directory. So let's see if we say get hosting. This is where you're going to create a podcast. Okay. All right. And then get statistics. Well, yeah, we need to, let's see what that looks like. Okay. Podcast title. And then the categories, I believe they're just universal across the board, right? So
No, you have comedy, improv, comedy, stand-up, comedy.
You know what? I take
interviews.
Yeah, and I take that back because Buzzsprout had a business blank option, and this one doesn't have a business blank. It just starts with business careers all the way through business nonprofit. So it doesn't have standard business. It doesn't have standard education. So it is very specific. Government has a standard. I guess government is just government. History is just history. But it says that's interesting. That's very interesting. Right?
That's something about, obviously it has to do with ease of use and also functionality, but also I like the interfaces that it look a little bit
for this one.
I like Buzzsprout better. Interface better than Blueberry.
I totally agree. Like and this
cleaner.
The main
cleaner.
The menu over here, it's just easier to navigate.
Yeah.
And you know exactly where to go and upload and all that good stuff. So I like the navigation for Buzzsprout. That's why, like, if it was just straight up audio only, I'm just leaning more towards we forgot to look at co-host AI.
It's the GUI in practicality.
So check this out. So Buzzsprout, we'll just jump back to Buzzsprout real quick. Co-host AI, get episode titles, show notes, chapter markers, full transcripts, social posts, and a blog post every time you upload an episode. So it does all that repurposing for you.
So it's not actually your co-host. It's just an automation.
It's your AI. It's your AI co-host.
Assistant.
Yes, yeah.
It's an assistant. Okay.
They're just using fancy keywords, co-host. That is awesome. Yeah, like Buzzsprout is pretty cool. And I don't think we went over the cost for. So pricing is is the limited free plan and then $12 a month onwards. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Let's check out the comments real quick.
Okay, yeah, we were actually reading about that, Kenyatta. He's saying that WordPress navigation shows more of the options, and it is called PowerPress. Yeah, we were reading about that. But then, does it have video? Kenyatta, please, confirm that for us, please.
Yeah, definitely, please. Matt Haas, hello, good to see you here.
So,
Bad Axe Bourbon. I use Ecamm, Apple, Mac only, correct? It's great. Are there any plans to be able to at least schedule a live stream from an iPhone or iPad? It's frustrating to always have to do it from my computer. Well, Bad Axe Bourbon,
welcome. Yes, welcome. You know what tomorrow is? Q&A with Ken and Glenn. Yes. So Q&A with Ken and Glenn, which, by the way, we're going to be announcing something super fun and big, so make sure you tune in. It is tomorrow at 2 p.m. And you can ask that question right to the developers in there. And they are awesome answering questions. Furthermore, if you really want that question answered, you can send the question ahead of time. And Paul can add that link in the comments, and they read those first. They address those first. So inside for you.
Yes. And Bad Axe Bourbon says, by the way, thanks for putting on these live streams. They're very helpful. Cheers.
You're so welcome.
Yes. And it's confirming that Blueberry has video.
Okay.
It would be great because unless we miss something, it just doesn't seem like it's very straightforward that they have video there. Let's just go through this one more time.
But you know what? Kenyatta uses it.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
He's using that and it has video and it has audio.
No, but I'm just saying for like new users like us, right? So it doesn't stand out. That it doesn't sound like, hey, we host video as well.
No, they're probably like, by the way, we also have video. Run away. That's probably like shy.
Yeah, I guess the next step will be to actually upload something and see what happens there. Take it from there, I think, and that's probably what the learning process will be. right? And then Ozil, hello.
Hello.
Buzzsprout is a great hosting service. Love the added features and awesome customer. Listen, I'm telling you, Buzzsprout is looking very attractive.
Right? So the only thing that is missing for us is that it doesn't host videos, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that is missing for us. Otherwise, Buzzsprout looks really good.
Buzzsprout is looking
Yeah,
legit.
it's looking really good.
Buzzsprout is looking legit.
How long have you been using it for, I'll say?
Yeah, definitely. That's a good question. All right, so that's it for Buzzsprout and Blueberry.
Now we had Podbean.
Yeah, which also does video, right?
Yes, and it has a free plan, and it also has a paid plan starting at $9. It supports both audio and video, and you keep full control over your content as well. So
Yes.
let's go over its interface and
Yes.
see what it looks like.
And
the interface.
Podbean is owned by Podbean Tech LLC. Good to know, right? Good to know. Good to know. All right, so let's go to Podbean's interface. I don't like Podbean's interface.
Pero let us see it first. You gotta let us see it first.
You know what?
It looks plain.
You know what put a bad taste in my mouth? You know how much time I spent uploading this but uploading this amazing photo? I uploaded, and then, I was like, okay, if Buzzsprout let me just upload it, the thumbnail image, I could just upload here. No, I had to be downsized from this. This was almost a 6 megabyte image. I had to downsize it to 1 megabyte, and then I had to reformat it, and then also when you're uploading it, it has to create an extension for you. So you have to rename the image and then upload it.
Oh, geez.
It was annoying.
Yeah.
It was annoying. So I'm like, you know what? I'll stop right here.
Yeah, and okay, so the thing is right now, okay, so we are in between, right? So Buzzsprout and Bluebird. And oh my, so because the interface of Bluebird is I don't like it. But it has what we want.
Yeah, so we definitely
Right?
gonna upload something there and see and then go through that
Yeah,
workflow.
but Osei is saying that he's been using Buzzsprout for 4 years, has no complaints, and he switched over from another hosting platform.
Libsyn.
And do you miss video, or like what do you think? Are you thinking about using video? And if you are, what are your plans? Because that's something that we were thinking about at the beginning. We were wondering about at the beginning of the stream. What if we go there and start audio, right? Have our video, start audio, but then we want to do video. We actually want to do video first. So what are your plans? Are you going to do video, or let us know? Because
Yeah.
that's something that we're trying this out, but
Yeah.
right now it seems like we need to continue looking for options, because right now I'm not liking any of these.
Well, you don't know until you actually upload something. That's the thing.
I don't like the interface.
Yeah. So speaking of interface, Ozil says Podbean backup is not appealing at all. So let's go back over to the back end over here. So this is what you get. It's like, huh? I'm like, that's it. You know?
Yeah,
so
that's like you feel like you're missing something.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like what I'm seeing is that these interfaces, it's like you're probably not gonna see much until we upload it and go through some type of workflow, because right now there's nothing really to work with.
But we're seeing enough.
And then what I'm seeing here, the difference, right? There's the live stream option. It's prominently displayed. Start your live stream now. Podcasts and podcast follows, right? So if we create our podcast now, let's see what happens. Create new podcast, import existing podcasts, and I'm pretty sure. Okay, so then I think we're signed out, or I don't remember. I don't know what happened here, but it's probably gonna be drag and drop, and then we have to follow the next steps.
Yeah, we can upload, but at the same time,
let me sign back in to see what happens.
Okay, so also uses YouTube for video podcasting.
There it is. Here it is. So this
And what's
is
up with nothing. I'm just complaining about.
This is the uploading, publishing the first podcast here. So let's click on new episode. All right, so and this is as far as we'll go. You have 5 hours left. Upgrade today to get unlimited space and more features. Podbean starts at $9 a month. There's Media Manager here. All right. I mean,
It's just
at
really
least this navigation, I prefer this navigation over Blueberry because we haven't really dug deep into Blueberry yet. But at least everything here is easy to follow. You have this sidebar here where you can go through all the different features.
I feel not I feel, but I would suggest us looking at an additional hosting platform other than these that we selected, just to see if the interface is a little bit better on one other. Because right now I'm not in love with any of them because of the
Maybe they're all not loving interfaces, because it's
but
something
we
that
haven't
just have to
seen the other
get
one
used
yet
to.
though.
It's like opening up ChatGPT for the first time. That interface wasn't lovely.
No,
but
I like the interface right away.
We get used to it. And also some things about Podbean that we've learned. There's a big focus on monetization, right? And there's some cool features like social media, auto share, automatically posting your new episodes to connected social media accounts upon publishing. And of course, it has the live audio streaming, not live video, live audio streaming.
This is why it's important for you to write your list and see which ones are your negotiables and non-negotiables. For me, I love a clean and awesome interface that I have to see every single day I log in. So far, I'm not liking it. I like the buzzword in interface. It looks great, but it doesn't have video. So, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we also have, we have a longer list. We can
exactly.
we can keep
Well,
going
not
because
to-
we
not
just
tonight.
went through.
Yeah.
We just there's more. There's Libsyn, but there's some that's not relevant for us, or maybe some of the fam, like for example SoundCloud. SoundCloud is be more so for musicians like David Hunt.
Yeah.
David Hunt will do good on SoundCloud, right? But we also have, as Paul mentioned, Captivate, which is the Flow. The Flow
I like that
uses
interface.
the
Yeah.
Flow uses Captivate. Captivate is owned by, I love the name, Rebel Base Media, and it starts at $19 a month, and they focus on audience growth, community growth, which is awesome, right? So they have audience expansion focus. They have a growth-oriented dashboard providing podcasters with actionable insights and tips for increasing the audience and engagement based on their podcast performance data. So as we mentioned, the three previous platforms that we've signed up for, you just have free sign up, free account, no credit card required. But Captivate has some,
It's a little bougie. Captivate's a little bougie.
has some limitations to that. So we tried to start up a free trial, and you're not able to start a free trial with a debit card. And customer support will reach out to you, and you could talk to them directly, but they don't take debit cards. And you
get the free.
The free trial is a 7-day free trial, but they require your credit card information up front before you can start the free trial.
It's like we're for businesses or something.
Yeah, but you know what? Captivate, without even logging in or whatever the case might be, check out this onboarding that they have.
Yep.
Check out this onboarding features, my goals. Make podcasting money, build my brand, grow an audience, build a community, yada, yada, yada. If you go down to podcast type and it switches over to that, I am worried about. So say we're worried about something, pick something. What are you worried about? This interface is not there. Interface is not there. Pick something.
I like this interface. It's very crafty.
Right.
I really like it. It's nice. I love the color selection that they have. It's great. I really love it. The only thing
beautiful.
is that for me, I want to just have one place to have everything.
I'm clicking on feature focus, simple user interface. Captivate is the cleanest, easiest to use platform for podcasters in the world. often described as a thoughtful interface, Captivate has been designed to feel natural, intuitive, and quick, and is focused on helping the busy independent creator grow and monetize their podcast as quickly and productively as possible.
They ain't lying.
Beautiful.
They ain't lying. They're true. And I wonder if in the future they are going to be integrating video in it.
Right.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
That would be super amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now they are just audio only.
Yes.
Audio only. So these are the things, right? You have to, if you're looking into starting your podcast, your video podcast, have your list ready so that you can go and have your negotiables and your non-negotiables for what you're looking for. You're going to spend time and money building your podcast and learning the platform. So it better be what you are looking for so that you don't have to then switch up, migrate to something else, move all your videos or audio again and do all that stuff.
So for the video podcast, right? Mm-hmm. Which sites do you want to host your video podcast on? Is it like, for example, definitely Apple, right? Any others?
So far, because we talked about Spotify the last episode, and Spotify is not there yet when it comes to the quality of video, and I want to be in a platform that's already higher up for the work that I'm going to be putting in and for just showcasing what we have, right? We want to be able to, so Apple Podcasts will be one, but then again, for discoverability, if it is not a big deal and if there's a place to just, because that's the thing that I don't know, right? So for example, if we are on Instagram and we are Facebook, for example, we're managing different platforms. We can have one like Asana or Monday or things like that to manage all of that and not having to go to individual platforms. If there's something like that for podcasting, then I can just go to one platform. I might just upload to different hosting platforms. So say it's Spotify, maybe Apple Podcasts, but yeah.
Right. And also too, not to just like not completely reinvent the wheel, also focusing on YouTube podcasts, right? Because YouTube, you have it for free and it focuses on everything that we've been talking about, video only, and having a strong search engine, user interface that we're used to,
is great.
All that good stuff. So YouTube podcast is where it's at, right? Vast potential audience reach. You have all the analytics that we're used to, right? All that good stuff.
All your subscribers are in there already.
Yep. Monetization opportunities, memberships, super chats, all that good stuff. The YouTube algorithm that we're already used to. So we should never sleep on YouTube podcasts.
Right.
That's all there for us.
So we have some comments. Let's see what the comments are saying.
And then there's something we should check out what Gretchen is suggesting also. Gretchen says, I use Substack for my 2 podcasts. So we can just take a look at that real quick. And Ozil is saying,
okay, I see you.
Most people are watching video podcasts on YouTube. Apple, Spotify, etc. are more aligned with audio distribution. Right. So again, if we want to distribute we could just distribute audio to, using one of those platforms and just focus on audio only and then have the video podcast on YouTube. That could be an option also. But I know you want to play around with having the video podcast show up on Apple and Spotify and all that stuff.
Yeah, and YouTube, definitely will do it YouTube because it's both. But for me and the best use of my time, I don't want to have to do audio in one platform and then audio and video on another platform. So I'd rather start with what I know I want.
Yeah.
And then if I see a need of, for some reason, okay, go podcasting, audio only, I will explore that at that point. But right now, I'm pretty sure that I want video podcasting.
Yeah, for sure. Kenyatta says, I live stream to YouTube and then I add my stream to the podcast playlist on YouTube. Yep.
Nice.
That's the workflow. That is the workflow.
Yeah.
So this is,
That's what we're about to be doing.
Let's check out Substack real quick. The home for great writers and readers.
Ooh, I'm there.
They have an app. Very nice. Let me see if there's an about. Where's the about for Substack? How to start a Substack. Publish the stories and ideas you want, how you want. Substack gives writers flexibility to get their ideas out in writing, audio, video, and more. Turn on paid subscriptions or publish for free. You're in control. Cool.
Nice.
And you have right off the bat, you have the nice minimalistic look that you like.
Yeah.
Right. So thank you, Gretchen.
Yeah. You see. Yeah.
So this is something to look into. Mm-hmm. I just look at this. I know you like it because I know you like this style.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at Substack. Yeah. Definitely. And then Nintendo Legal says I use Apple. I just use Apple for audio. Use the script to extract the audio from our Ecamm video recordings. The process takes about an hour since Apple has to process the file on there. And so most of the fam is using those like the Apples and the Spotify's mostly for the audio, and then the video focusing more so on YouTube podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I wonder what the process is for uploading to Apple Podcasts. For example, if you're uploading a video podcast, so you have to upload both things separately, or can you just upload it and just categorize it as a video podcast so then it can just have the video available? Because if that's it, if just one step, why not just upload video and audio at the same time, like the video podcast?
We were having a conversation with Katie a while back ago, and then from what I read at that time, we had to upload Apple Video separately from the audio. There was a separate
but we
process.
were wondering a lot of things that day. So I wonder, like,
not wondering, like actually reading the Apple's from Apple support.
Right, because we also read that Apple, to be able to use Apple video podcasting, we needed a subscription. But then Doc said we don't need a subscription for that. Right, so it was not clear. But maybe you all can clarify that for us.
So prepare your video podcast. So you must have at least one episode for your show to be made available on Apple Podcasts. Submit your video podcast using RSS. If you already have and this is where it was, right? If you already have an audio version of your show on Apple Podcasts, you can create a new show for the video version, making it easy to distinguish the audio and video versions. Right. So and then we also have a confirmation from Ozil. It is indeed two different files. Yeah. It's separate. It is definitely separate. Yeah.
A lot to think about.
Yeah.
But not okay.
Yeah. And it's all about the intention. Intention there, because you can easily be all over the place. Having one place like a bus route to do audio, and then you have another one doing the video, and then going on YouTube. But is that the intention?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I watch, for example, Trevor Noah has a video podcast on Spotify, so he's one of the ones that, of course, it's great. The visuals are good, and so sometimes I'm listening to it in the car, and sometimes he says something and I'm like, okay, I just want to see his face. So I pause the video podcast until I'm on a light, and then I unpause it, and then I looked at it and I go. So it is good for those instances to just have the video for just in case you want to see something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Definitely. Let's see what we have here. Matt Haas says, my old podcast was a WordPress site with a podcasting plugin, and the show files were Amazon, AWS. I don't recommend that. Too geeky to set up.
Yeah.
Especially for beginners.
Right.
some complicated processes will scare people away.
Yeah, yeah, and there's a thing of, oh my gosh, I don't know. It's still record your, because you have Ecamm, right? Still record it with video, and then later, if you decide that you want, I mean, I guess all of you do, because you're saying that you upload it to YouTube. So yeah,
Definitely. Gretchen says, I record as a video podcast and publish that on YouTube, extract the audio and publish that on Substack. I can send it via email to my list and submit RSS feed to other services, very user-friendly, right? It's great reading the workflows from different people and how the processes are.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Because I'm like, okay, we have someone that can help us with all of that. Amazing. But for example, we have to make sure that we know to get started and focus on one thing, so it doesn't get overwhelming and we actually do it. Right? That we actually do it. So that's another thing to think about. And I'm liking the workflow right now that I'm hearing. Right?
Yes.
So it's like, okay, you upload the audio to one platform and then you upload your video to YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's something that I know I can delegate to somebody to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know, yeah.
Definitely.
So it's good to have support.
Yeah. Oziel, yes, correct. That has to be done separately even when you upload video to some of these hosting sites. 2 different files. And Rainy Cajun is saying, yeah, Apple doesn't host video, only links it through RSS.
Right. Yeah, the links, yeah.
But it does host audio. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. Do the file names have to be different on Apple? So let's go back to the support article. Let's see if they said anything about that. And Samuel, hello, we see you.
Sammy! Oh, it's categorized by video or audio, and then you can use the same file name? That would be a little bit confusing. No, I'm just...
Right. So I'm just reading this again off screen. You must have at least 1 episode for your show. When your content is ready, yada, yada, yada.
Seal answered to...
Apple MP4 and audio. Okay, so I guess everything else can be the same then, the names and all that good stuff. You can create a new show for the video version, making it easy to distinguish the audio and video version. Use titles, descriptions, and show artwork to help users locate each version. Publishing video episodes to a new or dedicated feed is recommended to provide users the best experience for discovering and following your show. For example, Apple Events audio and Apple Events video, like in parentheses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's another thing, right? For example, YouTube is king, right? YouTube is doing a lot of great things, especially with the emphasis that they're putting on shorts. So that's gonna be great to use video for those purposes alone, right? But also, the more I hear this, the more I'm leaning towards just going for video podcasts on Apple Podcasts, even if I have to do it separately. I'm leaning towards that. That's something that I will just do and take care of it and be done with it.
Yeah.
Right? And be done with it, even if I have to do it, because maybe it's you can just upload both of them. I can have 2 windows open and drag the files into different windows, right? And then upload to YouTube later.
Definitely. So also, we didn't really cover. There's some platforms that are owned by like the iHeartRadios and what else? It's Sirius, and Anchor is owned by Spotify. Because some creators have like concerns and whatnot for those type of platforms. Like corporate control, some people might prefer independent platforms. Like that's why we also research like who are these platforms owned by, right? Because you never know that some of the larger platforms, there might be some creative control issues and whatnot, right? Monetization policies, privacy and data usage, and all that good stuff, right? So, but I haven't really found much like issues, but I heard a lot of more concerns from the anchor by Spotify, and not so much the others, but that those concerns are across the board for those bigger companies, and people are seeing that people are leaning more towards the independent platforms. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are the things that we have to just look at and see. But most of the ones that we covered, you own your own content, and until they change the use of service, because let me tell you, they do have in the use of service the right to change it and not keep it how they had it.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you have all your content there and they can just change their terms of services, and then at that point it's either, do I stay and accept this or do I go? So that's something that it will happen. Right? So it's like, yeah, we need to be aware of it, but then also they can change it. I mean, look at OpenAI. OpenAI just changed their use of their terms of services to other things to benefit. They just changed it.
Coming to an ENN near you.
Exactly. Coming to an ENN near you.
Gretchen says, yes, getting the workflow is key. That's what I worked on in November for NaPodPomo. When I did a daily podcast, that made me work out the kinks and smooth out the workflow. Yeah. I mean, for myself, I definitely want to learn, although you may not like the interfaces, or, you said I'm sold, I want to check out maybe Substack or something else. But I think I still want to upload something to Buzzsprout, to Podbean, to Blueberry, and just go through the workflow and see how it works and all that good stuff, and see what happens, right?
I mean, that's fine, but just know that, like, for example, especially if you have a co-host, right, and you both are going to be doing it together, uploading together, it's something that you have to agree on, the interface that you're both, because, for example, we're looking into it, and we know, because we know what each other likes. So it's good that you're testing it out, because maybe it might work for one of our customers, and we can suggest that for them, right? So, yeah.
Definitely. It's good to expand the horizons. Matt Haas says, my use case was owned by me. It was difficult to set up, but that's the trade-off.
Yeah, okay.
David Hunt, hello.
David Hunt, we were just talking about you.
Exactly. When it comes to SoundCloud, hosting on SoundCloud for musicians, David Hunt would be a good fit for that.
Do you have a podcast,
platform,
David?
Right? Or a spot, better yet, a SoundCloud. Right? So those are concerns, and does it reflect your values and your audience and brand alignment, all that stuff? Because now iHeartRadio or Spotify or Sirius, they have these type of corporate views, and they taking stands on stuff, and you don't believe in it, but like, oh shoot, my podcast is being hosted there. So what do you do now? So that's very important to look into.
For sure.
Definitely look into that. Research and choose platforms that best align with your content goals and values.
Yeah.
Definitely. There you go. I just started one for music production.
Hey.
Nice. Jada, hello.
Hello, Jada.
I forgot to come in, but I made it. We'll have to catch the replay. Hello, everyone.
Yes. We will see you in the comments as you go through.
Good to see you here. Incoming message from Gretchen. Blueberry was one I looked at and did some workshops with them, but that was more elaborate than I needed. Great platform though. Okay, so Gretchen opted for the minimalistic. Yeah, you could tell, right? So let's go back. You just could tell that this is a very nice minimalistic interface and all that good stuff. Yeah. So you're going to.
I like it. I like the look of it and how simplistic it is. Yeah. But we gotta check
check it out. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is great. This is it's great to see, and it will be great to see once you upload some episodes, and then also just to see when I check it out and see how it's gonna be. But there are some of our customers who we produce videos and things for them, and they're starting to ask, and plus we are focusing more on video podcasts this quarter, so we're mentioning that to them as well, and some of them are interested, which is why I'm like, okay, Apple Podcasts, I will upload there, and then they don't have, some of our clients don't even have YouTube channels yet. So it's like, okay, what do we do at that point? Do we set them up with a YouTube channel and then also set them up with a video podcasting platform and hosting services? Or like, so those are the things that we have to go through, and we're learning it here now.
We're learning it here. We're learning it here.
And with you all, thank you for your insights.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing your workflows with us.
For
it's
sure,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, David, we definitely did. And then also to, for people who are just, just want to do a quick sign up and browse and navigate through, the different platforms. We mentioned the majority of them, you could just sign in with your email. Captivate is one of them where it's very specific. We love Captivate. It's dope. The
interface.
The interface is dope, and the onboarding is incredible. Like we haven't seen the onboarding like that for any of the platforms.
Yeah.
Like I think
Except
Captivate
for Ecamm when you first log in.
Except for Ecamm when you first log in. That's probably why Ecamm uses Captivate, right? the thing is when you're signing up, you have the 7-day free trial. Credit card is required for your 7-day free trial. It's very specific, and you cannot use a debit, credit card only. So that's the thing.
They're
if you
like,
want to check out.
They're like, we want to know if you're serious about this, okay? So give us your credit card, not a debit card. And
That's
you
so
can
nice.
try us for free for 7 days. And if you don't cancel, we will charge you on that credit card you just entered.
That's a nice little pun there. If you're serious about Captivate.
But yes, David, we went over the free and the paid versions, and most of them have a free version.
Yeah.
But some of them, Captivate requires you to enter your
Captivate. Show me the
Show
money.
me the money, exactly. Like, you're serious.
Q colon from Samuel. Should I do a podcast again? I did one minute. Yes, you definitely
You should definitely do it.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, we have the tool right now to do it. It's just trying to figure it out, get your workflow ready, all of that good stuff.
Definitely. Let's see here. Abby spoke about paid versus free.
That's what we just answered. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And some of the free, of course, the free ones have limitations and whatnot, and they are upfront. Like you have 5 hours.
No, Buzzsprout was like 2 hours.
Buzzsprout.
Buzzsprout was
Let me
2.
go back.
Yeah.
Let me see. Episodes.
2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours.
You can upload another. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. You can upload another 2 hours of content. Mind you, we ain't even uploaded anything yet. And then,
That's it, you guys.
What the heck? We didn't even upload anything. You just like you have 2 hours left.
But so David,
yes.
it's like, so we went over 4 platforms, right? So it was Buzzsprout, which has a free version and a paid version, and the
Blueberry.
Yeah, Blueberry. So it starts at $12 a month for Buzzsprout.
Yes.
And then Blueberry starts at $10 a month. It has a free trial as well. And then we just went over Captivate. So Podbean starts at $9 a month from the last article we checked. And it has a free version as well. So I guess they all have their free versions to try out.
And then David said, I thought Buzzsprout was free, like free. So here you go. Here's the plans for you. We're on the 2 hours.
You see?
The 2 hours plan.
So the $9 must have been with a coupon.
Wait.
It's $10. It starts at $12 a month. So this is Buzzsprout?
Yeah, we're in Buzzsprout.
Buzzsprout. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, $12 a month.
$12 a month.
Yeah.
Upload 3 hours each month, and then 18 a month for 6 hours, and then 24
They're encouraging
for 12.
15 to 20 minutes
Right.
episodes.
Yes.
15, 20 minute, tops 30-minute episodes for you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Listen, and the flow got it down pack.
Yeah.
The flow got it down pack when it comes to that. Let's see what else we have here. but paying $12 only gets one more hour than free.
And Buzzsprout free is only 90 days storage. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Oof.
I have to consider all these things. Yeah,
This
episodes
is, this is,
hosted for 90 days, and then if you pay 12, you get the extra hour, and then indefinite hosting.
this is when the what's this analogy will come into play, because we're going to be, uploading a lot of additional things. For example, if we have to extract audio and then have video and audio and all of that stuff, this is where it's going to be even more useful for storage purposes when we're doing this, because especially if they just, especially if they say you only have X amount of recording. So for example, there's some video platforms, Ecamm doesn't do this because Ecamm is, you record locally, but there are other like web-based platforms that they only keep your content for X amount of like months, just like Buzzsprout, I guess. And then you have to save it locally or wherever.
Yeah.
These are good things to know, you guys. Thank you, everyone.
Here. Just some quick honorable mentions. Let's see.
You have 3 minutes to deliver honorable mentions.
There's Libsyn, which Oziel mentioned. Oziel had switched from Libsyn to Buzzsprout. It's an industry veteran. It's been around, highly reliable, but it's been around. So I heard that the interface is outdated.
That's why I switched.
And it's from $5 a month, and it's audio, and it's owned by Liberated Syndication Incorporated, and they prioritize user privacy, data for service improvement, all that good stuff, and you get full ownership. And then there's Simplecast. Simplecast is owned by Sirius. We spoke about the concerns about those type of platforms. There's Transistor, which is co-founded by Justin Jackson and John Buddha. Collaboration focused. And SoundCloud, we mentioned SoundCloud. And then Spreaker. Spreaker was another one. They owned by iHeartMedia. They owned by iHeartMedia. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Spreaker.
Yeah, but next Wednesday, we're going to be next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. What's next Wednesday? Wait a second. Oh, it's the 29th that we're not.
Next Wednesday is not the end of January.
Yeah.
just leave it at that. Next Wednesday is not the last week of January.
This January seems like it's been like a 60-day month.
Yeah.
It's pretty long January still, but as I was saying, next Wednesday we're going to be talking about video podcasting graphics. So that's going to be fun. Going to be fun. We're going to look into it as well, see what it shouldn't be that different, but we're all going to learn together.
Definitely. So Matt says Amazon AWS is unlimited. Well, you pay a few pennies. Let's check it. It's just good to know these different platforms and what does what. And Oziel says Libsyn is OG for sure, but they also host video. So that'd be another one to check out. Maybe the outdated will be, maybe has a minimalistic outdated. So
who knows? I mean, like I like minimalistic, but outdated.
Yeah, but Substack is your style. Substack definitely looks your style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been great. Thank you for sharing all of this information. And we will let you know next Wednesday what platform we decide on.
Just taking notes here.
Yeah, what platform we decide on, and then and see. Yes. Take your guesses which one we're gonna go for.
Thank you.
It might not be
the Red
either
Circle.
One.
We'll take a look at Red Circle. We have Substack here, and then we have the other ones that we were leaning towards: Buzzsprout, Podbean, Blueberry, and of course Captivate. Yes. Nice.
Okay. So how many of you are going to be checking out? So David, you're going to check out Buzzsprout. Is that what you said? And Sammy is going to try getting his podcast. So you
Podcast
can
back up.
start it together. Osil, thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ozil. Definitely.
You can find us. You can find us.
Thank you for all the insights.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, we're here in the Ecamm Live channel, and we also have our own channel. It's called Anna and Fuljens.
Mm-hmm.
We're really active here. We update shorts to our channel, which is pretty cool. So it's Anna and Fuljens, and then also here on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a whole different show, which is all about updating the community on the things that are happening in the Ecamm Live. Also, we talk about tips on production tips, show tips. We design, show you how to design your entire show is inside of Ecamm. So that's something awesome to see as well. All the graphics.
Yes, as well as social media updates and the latest in the world of all that good stuff. I was going to say something. Yeah. In terms of connection, you could connect with us on LinkedIn as well. Anna Hill and Fuljens Henry.
Yes.
You could just copy and paste our names from the description.
Yes, and Q&A tomorrow. It's going to be amazing.
Something big is coming. I need a big... Wait, no, here we go.
Are you ready?
Okay. Are you ready? That's going to be awesome tomorrow at 2 p.m. See everybody in the chat room.
Yes. Let me see. Oh, shoot. So Libsyn actually changed interface not too long ago. Good to know. So we'll definitely check that out. George Canellis, you're so welcome. Kenyatta is looking forward to watching our podcast journey. Thank you so much. David has Captivate. So David's like, listen, I got Captivate. I'm good.
Oh, God. You're talking about, bus proud. So like, okay, got you. All right.
Jada says, let's go. That's right. Let's go. And Nintendo Lingo's asking, double XL big? No, it's actually Mario level up big. So that's how big it is. So tune in to the Q&A tomorrow and submit your feature requests. Get some creative feature requests ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great to see everyone in the comments tomorrow and see the twins deliver the latest and greatest. There's a lot of great things coming in terms of features, everyone, that you're going to be excited about. I'm not saying that they're going to announce that tomorrow, but just saying that get excited about the things that are coming this year for Ecamm Live. When you think that the app is just amazing, there are just more things that are coming, and we're excited for 2024.
Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome year for Ecamm. And yes, Ecamm has a discount code for Captivate. So check out the Ecamm perks. Check out the Ecamm
Paul.
perks.
Paul, yes. Can you add it there, please? How they can find that coupon?
Yes.
For Captivate.
The perks link.
Yeah. So this is I'm excited. I'm excited to start it. Learning something new is like gets your brains going and all of that great stuff.
Yes. We're not going to we have a Ecamm perks NDA, so we're not going to give the password unless but you might find some more information in the chat, but it's ecamm.com/blog/perks. And if you have that password,
enter here and enjoy, because there's not only there are more than just Captivate coupons. There are tons of other coupons in there.
Oh yeah.
And then Paul is saying that there just might be a surprise tomorrow.
There might just be a
surprise tomorrow. So.
And for those of you who are not familiar with, if you don't have that password, the password is now available for you in the chat. Once again, ecamm.com/blog/perks, and enter the password that Mr. Moderator has shared with you all.
You're like, I'm not saying it.
I ain't saying nothing.
I'm clean. I'm clean. That's awesome. All right, everybody, let's call it an amazing night. Have a great rest of the night. And before we end up, as in the comments, we're going to go into the closing screen. Write down, comment on where you're tuning in from, because I know there are some new faces we have seen tonight, and we would like to know where you're tuning in from. So when we go into the closing screen, at where you're tuning in from.
That's right.
All right. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for sharing this night with us. My name is Anna He.
And I'm Fuljens Henry.
And you're watching Building Blocks. Have a great night.
Enjoy the rest of your week and see you tomorrow for something big.
Are you ready?
Building blocks.